national defense. That's disgraceful. So 19% of discretionary spending is out of defense. We're asking for 50% cut out of defense on top of $87 billion that's already been enacted under Secretary Gates, on top of $487 billion in defense, which is already in train to be cut. The percentage of gross national product for defense continues to decline. And what are we doing? You know, last week, a few days ago, there was a wonderful ceremony in the White House where a brave young American received the Congressional Medal of Honor. I happened to go to an evening function at a pizza place with him and his comrades who fought in a book was written by Jake Tapper, an excellent book. I recommend it to all of my colleagues, where 8 of their comrades were killed. You know, and here we are unable to make sure that these young men and women who are serving in harm's way have the equipment and the training and everything they need to defend this nation. We are doing the men and women who are serving this nation a great disservice. And the president did them a disservice when he said in the campaign, not to worry, sequestration won't happen. The president of the United States said that. I didn't say it. The 3 of us traveled this country warning about the effects of sequestration. And, of course, we now know that the idea came from the White House. But that's the blame game, and I'll be glad to engage in that. But can't we at least come to some agreement to prevent this? Are we going to lurch from one fiscal cliff to another? And if we want to do that, that's one thing. But what we're doing to the military, look, I know General Odierno is one of the really great leaders that I have had the opportunity of knowing for many years. General Odierno, the Chief of Staff of the Army, a man who's got decorations from here to here, said that he cannot replace the men and women who are serving in Afghanistan under this sequestration because he doesn't have the ability to train their replacements. Isn't that alarm enough for us? So we're going to go through a charade here in a little while. We're going to have a vote on the Democrat proposal, and it'll not get sufficient votes, and the same thing here on this side, and the clock will tick. And tomorrow, on the last day, the president is going to call people over to the White House to see if we can address it. Where was he in the last year? But again, I'm not taking the floor today for the blame game. I am pleading for the men and women who are serving this nation in harm's way, who every single day have a hell of a lot tougher time than we do, that we can't do something on their behalf to sit down with the President of the United States, who's the Commander-in-Chief, and get this issue resolved before we do great damage to our national security. I thank Senator Ayotte for her proposal. It is real reductions in spending so that we don't have to go through this sequestration. On the one side now we have a choice between, quote, flexibility, which nobody really exactly knows what that means, and on the other side, obviously, a proposal that really bears no relevance to the issue that faces us. So I thank my colleagues for the time. If I sound a little emotional on this issue, it's because I am. And it seems to me that we, at least on this issue of national security and the men and women who serve our nation, we should come together. And I stand ready to put everything on the table to prevent what could be, in the words of the departing Secretary of Defense, a devastating blow to our ability to defend this nation in what I could make an argument are the most dangerous